you
know
were
what
in.
happened? This is a true story. After we won it, in 2011, they had 10 of us on Letterman, do the top 10 list.
Yeah.
All right, so they had Jim Carrey on. Coincidentally, he was the other guest on that night. So Letterman's talking to Jim Carrey, and they start talking about how people tell him he looks like me. Great. And I guess he's on Twitter, and so people tweet back to him. I'm not on Twitter, so I don't know how it works. But they were talking about it for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then the next morning he was on like Regis and Kelly, and he was talking about it there too. That people tell him he looks like me.
That is awesome.
That is cool.
Yeah.
There's worse.
Huh?
There's worse that you could look like, so
Yeah. Hey.
Are you excited about the new guys?
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
And for different reasons. I mean, it's good to have an injection of new blood. It's great. Especially the guys that we think are good players. But these guys are younger. We needed to get younger. It's going to be a lot of work, but we feel we can be really good, and we feel we can compete with anybody. So we're looking forward to it.
Who's the worst team? I wouldn't say the worst team. Who's the one team that you guys do not want to face as of right now?
Look at it that way. Yeah, we don't look at it that
Well,
way.
let me rephrase that. Who's one team that you want to beat
really bad.
really bad, but on paper, it's okay. We can beat them, but
Yeah, you got to stay away from that kind of
Thought process.
negative thinking, and it's really important to stay away from it, because if you do, and for instance you're the coach, the players are going to pick up on it.
right.
Instead, you got to be talking about the things that you need to do to beat that team.
Right.
And we're very process oriented here. We never talk about winning and losing. It's understood that we want to be successful and we want to win. But if you start thinking about what the potential good or bad result may be, it's going to distract you from what you need to do right now. And the year we won it, one of the things we did really well was we stayed on task with what we were doing. And we always just kept talking about, this is what we need to do, this is what we need to do. I do not like phrasing things like, hey, look, make sure you don't do this.
Yeah, because you know what they're going
Make
to
sure
do.
you
Right.
don't turn the ball over. Well,
Right.
instead it's, hey, be aggressive.
Accentuate the
Make good decisions.
positive.
Yeah.
Right.
Same thing, but it's a positive, more, affirmative type of message to send. So, all those little things, if you have 1,000 times you send that message during the year, if the sum total equals one less turnover or one more good play, it might be the difference between winning a championship and not.
Right.
So that's kind of how we approach it.
What's
Yes.
Your,
Oh, go ahead.
I know it's going to be a loud question.
Why? This kid's so funny, so scared. I'm getting scared. Okay, I know you got some new players. Can you tell me the name of them so I can kind of get them in there?
Okay, we
'Cause
got
I'm gonna be loud.
Collison, Mayo. Let's see, we got Dante Jones,
We met
Jared
him.
Cunningham, Jay Crowder, Elton Brand, Chris
Dante
Kamen,
Oh,
Bernard
Dante
James.
Okay, we got a
So
high
eight
score.
new
Wow.
guys.
Awesome.
Yes.
what is your best advice to try to get these players to camaraderise and gel and create that family with your existing and your new, to get that gel going?
Well, we've got to create a program here that, within our day-to-day process of doing things, nurtures that along. We have a developmental program for our young guys that gets them, and our new veteran players, that gets them geared into how we do things. And there are a lot of little things that go into it. It doesn't just happen just one day. You just say, okay, this is how it's going to be. You gotta work up to it. You can't skip steps. You gotta do it the right way.
I love West, and he hasn't been in the news much lately, so what's he up to? You can tell us.
Nothing bad.
That's good.
So good.
You know what? He's been. I think he's in D.C. That's where he lives in the off season, working out and getting ready. And I thought he was going to be in a little bit sooner, but he's definitely going to be in by tomorrow because we have physicals for the following
And they
day.
need to get his shirts in the gift shop.
Oh, you work there?
Get on that, Rick.
We wanna buy them.
We
Oh,
want
the
to buy
West?
West.
Yeah,
I've been
Oh, okay.
waiting for a year, cannot get a West shirt.
Need some shorts that fit, because they kind of say.
Tighter shorts.
No, he's
They need,
a good player.
they need to go back to the short shorts.
That's a good point about the finish.
They need to go back to the short shorts.
Somebody. Maybe we could do something.
Can't move in tighter shorts.
Who's gonna be your starting lineup for the first game?
We're told to ask.
Well, it's what it looks
Jim
like.
O'Brien said they didn't know.
What it looks like right now. It looks like possibly Collison, Mayo, Marion, Dirk, and Keenan.
Yay!
We'll see. We'll see. We got 31 days of camp to figure it out.
Hey, I tell the boys if they don't get it right, you gonna call me, I'm gonna come in.
No, her question was gonna be quiet. That was it.
Number one thing. She had a question.
Huh?
30
How
seconds.
much time?
Just about 30 seconds.
Oh, 30 seconds.
One or two more comments.
Who was my favorite team? You know, it did change at times, but the team I focused on most when I was in high school was Philadelphia 76ers because they had Dr. J.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they were my team, and they struggled. They were right there, and our hearts were broken a few times. Then they finally won it in '83, which was great. So. Oh,
Oh, thank you.
no, I'm not.